Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, where today we're going to continue building this zone. Man, oh man, have things just not been going the way I want to go. It is Tuesday. It's not Wednesday yet. It's going to be soonish, in like 9 more minutes. And I am nowhere near done with the things I need to be done with. Like, okay, I have the warp room drawing done. I have criteria finished. Just gotta post those two. There's still 3 more things left. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get those done with. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. It sucks. Or at least one of them I can't get done with. I'm sure I can get 2 of them done with because honestly, it's not gonna be that difficult. Well, we'll talk about that some more, but I probably should at least start off by saying if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Okay, so as you can clearly see, LeBron James, we are going in and having this here instead of having this be here. I don't know why, but you know what? That's the path we're choosing to take, and that's the path we have taken. I feel like it's fine. It's not like it's that big of a deal. Great, the cat's scratching a window for some reason. I don't understand why she's scratching a window. She must see another cat out there, right? Well, so long as she's somewhere and not scratching a window, that's fine by me. Whoops. Okay, so here we go. We still have to get some things done with, but right now I'm just going to focus on trying to get this finished. Or at least an hour of this in. I haven't really been getting too much in the way of an hour, so it do be nice to be able to actually finally start getting some hours in, right? I gotta figure out, like, what the size I want this to be. I would say, first things first. Let me try to do something with this, right? Because this is just like an open space that doesn't have too much going on with it. And I'll make this one like a 15 or something. Yeah, it's. I mean, I could probably also just do this and just have this space open here so that I can just do what needs to be done up here. Nothing down there is going to get used. It's all going to be covered up by this. I might as well have this also be 7-2 just because. Just to ensure we don't accidentally mess something up. Right, cat? Moo Mow? Right? What's the matter, Cadillac? Look at this little Moo Mow. Carry you in baby mode. I wish I could show you this face, but she doesn't turn around to look. If I try to make her turn around, she's going to squirm and escape because she don't like being held. Why don't you like being held, huh? What do you mean not look for? Alright, well, go on, get. Oops, you almost fell. Don't give me that look. Alright, now, this is simple. All I gotta do is make this go in this direction. I need to at least try to get some kind of open space there. Nothing too big, I'd say. That's another thing. I haven't been able to get any time to work on the thumbnail. Now, I feel like I'm going to have to sacrifice some recording time going into this Friday if I want to get some stuff done with. I'm really hoping that the next limitation period's going to be way better in terms of, well, just how much stuff there is being reduced. Nova Guardians finally being finished. Of course, Criteria is still there, but only 4 of those is better than you know, 6 Nova Guardians and 4 of those. It's a lot of work. A lot of work and not a lot of time to do it. I feel like I should have gotten more done with on vacation, but I just couldn't. So, yeah, there's that. It's quite difficult to keep up. I will say that. It is quite difficult. Part of me wonders if I should reduce the limitation period, or at least the months, drawings per month being like 8 instead of... Damn it, you're opening that. Why do you keep opening that? Drawer that she opened. Anyways, part of me wonders if I should have, 8 drawings per month as opposed to 10, which in turns technically turns into 10 already, but this month, or the months here, monthly would be 12 because of the hardcore mature drawings. There's only 2 of those. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot indeed. To be quite honest with you, I don't even really know. Wait. I don't really know how much we can get done with nowadays. I don't know. I feel like we should be able to get a decent amount, but we end up being like falling short. Now, I will admit, probably playing the entirety of the Insane trilogy didn't help, even though it didn't take that long theoretically. Like 100% at 1, 2, and 108% at 3, since the gold relics were kind of necessary. I mean, it's good, because, we get a little reminder of, how the games, the levels are all like in those instances. It's helpful. Though, it would have been better if we'd held off and made an actual series on it. I needed to make a thumbnail for that, though, if I were to do an actual full-on series, so... And I think in the end, it wouldn't have mattered. Nope, would not have mattered. Alright, I think this one is probably going to be like an open space. So what I think this is going to be is most likely this. Where it's just like an opening, topped off with like a little bit of this here. Because ideally what this is supposed to do is supposed to like block out what you can see over in this direction, right? So it's supposed to be like a barrier preventing you from seeing too much of the area over there. Just for the pure sake of the fact of keeping it a little bit of a secret until you actually get past the level. I think it's a nice thing to have. Most of this being shrouded in shadows. I mean, you can see the levels, no problem. The shadows don't really do much to them. Oops. I don't want to do that. The hell you doing? Really, cat? What you want? Gonna marry you, just gonna look at me. Boop, snoop. Anywho's and wits. Yeah, this is good. Whew, so much to do, though. I'm sure I'm not going to get Nova Guardians. And while technically, I have some sort of obligations with the hardcore mature drawing, technically I could just do a random one instead of having these series there, but I want to get that series going. Alright? I want to try not to, like put things off until, like, a different time frame. That's why I'm just gonna try to get that done with. It's the best I can do, really. It's the only thing I can do. And it's not like it's gonna be that hardish, question mark. Oh man, I don't know. I know there's a lot of characters that I'm gonna have to draw going into the next segments of stuff and whatnot. I'm gonna make that one a 2, actually. There we go. So yeah, it's not like it's going to be cakewalk. It definitely isn't. Oh boy. But the one thing I can say though, she keep messing around with that. What are you messing? What are you doing? The one thing I can say though is that once that's finally done, then the hardcore mature drawing section is going to be pretty easy. I think at that point I'm going to have it be like a fan art and an OC based drawing every month, which is good for certain series to come. Billy Cat. That's right, you see that? What are you growling at? You lose sight of it as soon as you frickin' go fast. Right, hopefully she'll leave stuff alone for at least a few minutes. I wonder if I should just... yeah, I probably should just bring this up. Maybe make this one like a 17 or not a 17. How about a 22 to a 3? 23, bring it up. Maybe not by that much. Maybe like half one of these here like this. Let me see. No, wrong one. Okay. 3 over here. We'll try to keep this one a little bit more enclosed, like so. Yeah, I will say by the time this comes out, the first warp room drawing will be made. So that's good. We kind of need that. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to work on criteria, but I'm going to try to get a head start on that. Not a bad idea to do that, all things considered. Yeah, I'll figure out what's going to occur here when the time comes. Don't worry, I have something in mind. It's just not right now. Okay, the closest one I have to get the block that I want, which is over here. I want to grab one of these. Doesn't matter which one, so long as it's one I can easily take and bring it over here. You know, just so I don't have to go into everything to adjust stuff. That's just seems like a good idea. Alright, you get over here. Oopses. Over here, you fool. Alright, let's see. Man, I didn't really get that much sleep. So thankfully I'm not in a state of delusional tiredness that I have been in most of this freaking series. That's because I'm actually doing this not as soon as I get home, because I still gotta eat, but at least close to the time frame. I mean, we could have been starting a little bit earlier. And, you know, making dinner does take some time. Well, fuck, I could have probably already done... Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Just 0. That's... No. What? Wait. Fuck. It's fine. There. Awesome. Yep. Whole lot. You know what? That's fine too. It only matters so much in these departments. You know what I mean, Cat? Still messing with shit that you shouldn't be messing with? At least in this part. Wait, hold on. Hold up. No, I thought I pressed D's. But I didn't. And I did it again. How does that always happen? I don't know how much this side matters. I mean, you might see some of it. Yeah, you might see some of it. I will at least do that much. What are you messing with back there? Stop it. Stop. I need you to not scratch things. I'm not the one who destroyed your freaking scratching post, but I don't give you an excuse to scratch everything. Actually, that's no excuse at all. What the hell are you doing? Shitberg. It's fine, I have a 4 or 5 right here to get a 7. Although I don't know how much that matters, but I will still do this at least. Okay. It definitely is strange heading back to work and then feeling physical exhaustion and whatnot. Freaking cat. I don't understand why you're deciding to pick this time of all times to start screwing around with shit. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. That's the thing with these particular series is that, you don't have much to talk about. At this point, this is mostly just here to force me to make progress. Just like how, YouTube is an excuse for me to be able to play games that I don't have the time to play. Make time by recording videos. It's also an excuse to force me to finally finish the game project. And do it in a way where I could actually make money off of it. I imagine I would still have to pay certain licenses for certain things, like to use music, or the instruments that I make the music with. But I'll cross that road when I get to the finished product. I'm sure there's a way. I don't know why there wouldn't be a way. Wouldn't make any sense. You get money, we all get a good game to play. That's also pretty challenging because there are some challenging levels that are going to make people go ballistic. I don't blame you. A game that looks as simple as this. Apparently very difficult for some. Understandably speaking, most people aren't used to the instant movement that would occur in this game and the enemy's movement. There are some instances that are relatively limited just by the the appearance of the game. And even then, you have a level with a shitload of enemies, you're going to have a hard time telling which one's going where. Whoops. So it's quite understandable that some people would get tripped up by that specifically, especially if there's a level with a bunch of enemies all together in one place. Moving in their own different directions, doing their own thing, and causing a whole lot of trouble for the player at hand. So, to me, it's understandable that people would struggle. Other people, on the other hand, they would struggle at least a tad bit. Then they eventually figure out, how the movement works. Getting to a point where they can actually start moving the way that I move, like a bat out of hell. Some people need controllers, but I have to figure out how to have controller support here. And even so, I don't even know if I would recommend playing this game with a controller. Just for the sheer fact that I don't think, for some sections, I don't think you can press the movement, for fuck's sakes, I don't think you can press the movement keys as quickly on a directional pad or analog stick, depending on which one I choose. I feel like a directional pad has to be the easiest way to play this game. Not on your fingers, but at the very least, you'd actually be able to make progress on like some of the more harder levels. I honestly, the funny thing is, I was going to attempt to try to make this on like Dreams, and then I realized that Dreams was just not going to be enough space to do anything. This is a perfect example. If I tried to make something like this in Dreams, the meter would be far past red. And it's probably because of the fact that it uses flex. This one uses mesh. Which honestly, the mesh doesn't even really need to be that complex. You just have one single square and that's it. You don't really need a complex mesh in that department. It's unnecessary. You just need like 6 polygons to make a cube, and that's it. And it's only necessary in this part. And like the actual gameplay aspect that you see in this right here, that is the simplest part. Like if this was by itself in Dreams, then that would not be a problem. But here I am wanting to make it grandiose and have an actual map, which I do like the way it looks. Moving through the map, I really do feel good. There's just something about that. Okay, there's more I'm going to do here, but right now I'm just getting the baseline. But you know what I mean, right? It's just a nice feeling all around. Being able to essentially just go out of my way to have a full-on map. Even if it takes eons to get it finished, I will get it finished. One day, provided we all don't die due to stupidity or astronomical events, which is probably not a word, but you know what? It is what it is. See, part of me is banking on the fact that I'm having my creations as somewhat of a pseudo backup. Which, by the way, my god, was it hard to try to figure out how the hell the spell pseudo. I've already forgotten how to spell it, but I think it has something to do with a P and an S. I think it don't matter. The point of the matter is here, I'm going to eventually get this done with. That's all we need to worry about right now, is that this will eventually, at some point, get done. I just need to get to a point in my projects where I don't have to worry about, I'll just do this one instead, where I don't have to worry about falling behind on my creations and I can actually get stuff, in a good spot. It is surprisingly challenging. More so than I would have ever expected. But I think that's just primarily because I have so many things on my plate right now. Which is why I feel like having another series start up as soon as Laughter Academy is finished is not exactly the best idea, but I mean, I don't know. I'm just giving myself more projects to work on. I feel like going into the next limitation period, I'm getting a placebo over here. Oh, okay, all right. I see now. You're actually going after. I forgot. How did I forget that? How did I even overlook it? Hold on. How did I overlook that? Well, very easily, actually. Extremely easily. Still don't know why, but I overlooked it. I don't even know where you are. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess in the end, it don't even matter. Yeah, have that kind of end there. Have this kind of... Oof, man, this one is just a mess, and now this is just here for no reason. I mean, yeah, it makes kind of sense. Sure. No. I want to try to get more into the music making aspect too. Like, yeah, if I try doing that and get all the music done with for all the other zones, that basically takes out one major hurdle in the entirety of creating this. Because I'm not really, a music person. I'm not a music man. So, in other words, I'm not really going out of my way to try to actively make a bunch of soundtracks as soon as I possibly can. Which is not really a good thing when you're doing this, building a game by yourself, doing everything, by yourself. Obviously. So, I also need to get the voice logs recorded too. I just need to get to a point where I can actually start doing things. There's too many complex stuff at the end of this limitation period. And I'm hoping, beyond a hope, that the next limitation period will show mercy. But you and I both know that ain't gonna happen. There's just no way. And I think you know why. When I was looking into the amount of episodes I'm having in the next limitation period, I think the number over here is 33 or something around that. 33 episodes of a series and whatnot. Next limitation period, we had 6. Another 6. That's 12. A third 6. I think. Yeah, so that's 18. A 4. That's 22. Hold on, give me a second. I guess technically an 8. That's 30. Then there was something else. What was the other thing? There was more to it. Elementals Reborn, Over Guardians. Definitely Deadland. God, there's just so many series going on, it's hard to keep track of. Definitely wasn't, oh wait, no, it is Lustful Horrors, at least for one of them. Which would only make that one a 31 then. Yeah, for the standalone story, but that's not the one we're focusing on. There's other things, and oh god, what the hell? How do you do that every time? How do you do that? I'm not even scrolling that direction. I'm doing that for this. I'm closing this mountain up. We've worked on this mountain for so goddamn long. If I get to a point where I can actually start doing this stuff off camera, then we'd be getting a lot more progress done with. Did I miscount summer? So it would be 6, 12, 18. Technically. Topped off with a 4, which would make it 22. Whoops. An 8, which would make it 30. If we're doing that, I might as well just cover this whole thing up. Yeah, then there's 31, but what else was before that? That's a good question. Alright, anyways, I probably should, even though I don't think this part matters much, I'm still gonna try to at least, get this where it needs to be. I'm hoping this doesn't intersect with anything back there. It's 31, but there was more, was there not? I just can't seem to remember. God, everything just melds together. I'm trying to think of stuff, but then I'm thinking about stuff that's not from this limitation period. What the hell were the other ones? You know, I shouldn't look it up because I gotta get this done with. But I'm kind of tempted to look up what the hell I'm forgetting here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, again. No, wait, right, because you're just doing... Right, does that mean you're gonna intersect with it? Probably. Well, maybe not. Let's just presume that it doesn't intersect, and we'll just have this be 15. Shit. Okay, well, if 15's not the number, then we'll have it be like 13. No, it would have to be 12, right? Because of the whole this being here and on the edge, and I think, yeah. I mean, it covers it up. That's all that matters. Most of the back here don't matter that much, just due to reasons. So we're not going to worry about it too much. What the, did I? Ah. Quay. What happened there? I don't know what happened there, but I guess it's still fine. Huh? That was very confuzzling. Okay, I guess you're just gonna peter off. It'd be a million times easier to just peter that off. Anywho's and wits. 4. Now we're gonna be working on this bit here. Alright. This is going to be a little bit tricky just due to the positioning everything is in here. I should also check to see... Yeah, no, wait, actually, yeah, it is going to go that far. I'm sure of it. There ain't no way it's going to be going... It's not going to be going that far, I should say. There ain't no way it ain't going to do that. So if it ain't going to do that, well, fuck. How the hell does that keep happening? I feel like I should be letting go of the goddamn key every time, but I end up not letting go of the key every time. Why does that happen? I knew that was the wrong one, and I misclicked the other thing. Son of a bitch. Alright, it's fine. I think that's good. Given the general positioning here, there's not too many things you can do to that section. Right, I forgot I was trying to make a... So, okay, we remember 31 series that we have there. Or at least episodes, not series. 31 episodes. So that's, yeah, 6, 12, 18, the 4, which would make a 24, the 8, which would make a 30, and then 1. Was there another? No, the only ones I had were the ones that I have. There are 31 episodes, and I think the reason why I have thought it was like 34 was because technically Nova Guardians would count towards a good old solid 1.5 episodes. So if there's 6 episodes of that, then that would be like 3 more. So you get the thought process. It takes so goddamn long to write an episode of that. It takes an entire Sunday. Which to me is so goddamn long. Anyways, the point there was made. Now, in the next limitation period, we have another 6, another 6, 12, but we got 2 18s. Or 18s. 2 8s, which ends up being a 16, so I was wrong in every single freaking way. So that means, you know, the 12 from the 2 6s. That's not what I wanted. The 12 from the 2 6s, topped off with the 16. Alright, right there, my friends. 12 plus 16 is 28. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what the fuck that bit was. All that to say that with the next one being 3, got 31. Which means we're still on 31. But 6 of which are not Nova Guardians. Of course, Criteria is still... How the fuck did you do that? Of course, Criteria is still there. I knew that was coming for us in the end. There wasn't really much I could have done to prevent that. What, gonna cut Criteria from the list? Now, why would I do that? The whole entire reason for Criteria, it was because I wanted to revisit an old thing I did way back in, I think, probably middle school. I don't remember exactly. Time is a concept that's starting to meld together for me. I'm one step closer to becoming a Time Lord. I don't know what that means, but all I know is it's something. Is it something good? Probably not. Is it something bad? Probably not, too. It's Schrodinger's Time Lord. Time. So in the end, I still got 31 episodes to make. It's a lot, but hey, no Nova Guardians anymore. No more Nova Guardian. But you know, I do like the series. Don't get me wrong. Like I have said multiple times, I really do like the series. But God, does it take a long time to make an episode. It feels like it requires a lot more time and preparations to make a Nova Guardian episode. Even though it's like 4 chapters, I don't even have to like reread it that many times. In terms of like, you know, when we get a chapter written, we read through it once and then we don't have to read through it again because, well, isn't it obvious? The chapter's been read. We don't have to worry about keeping track of the time because Nova Guardians wasn't a 22-minute reimagined series. It was close to maybe a movie length, probably not, probably like hour-long series. Like if I were to have to take a wild guess, that would probably be the closest that would be. Okay, this area has now been enclosed. But we're not done. I do want to do one. You fool. I do want to do one more thing before we move on to the next grid space. I want to get these in. So yeah, the entirety of this limitation period has been quite something, I will say. We got our biggest mature drawing ever done, which is nice. So we got that at least going for us here. Other than that, this limitation period, whew, oh, I cannot wait for it to be over. Though I'm really worried, like I have said before, that this is a placebo. And it's just not going to change. I really hope it does, though. Because, my God, there's just so much to do. I just want to get to a point where we don't have to worry about it. Alright, let me see what I did here. So, we just did this. Alright, then... Because that's where that is. The computer is here, right in that spot. We just got this done with. So now we're on this segment. Alright, no problem. All this. Why was this selected? I don't know. I just don't know. 9. No. All right. So here we are with this. I think it's going to be increased to here. Like, admittedly, this feels like it's going to be more like a, you know, but I press D. Why is it refusing to press D? All right, hold on. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, this is going to be like a nice, thin mountainside, right? But it's probably going to be about maybe right here. And it's probably, surely gonna be like a steady incline. Or at least starting here, the incline occurs. Though I should probably, get this taken care of, so why don't I do that? Let's make that an 11. No. There. I mean, technically, I could just make this one like a 25, because I don't... Okay, never mind. Never mind, I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. Again, still a fool. Okay, that's better. Don't know how much this is going to matter in the end, but you know what? We're doing this. We're doing it, and we're doing it my way. Yeah. Okay, you could be a 25. I just need you to cover up some of the damn space without having to use an extra block. Even though we've used so many blocks, I still want to try to at least keep this relatively swick. Sure. I couldn't think of anything else to say. I blacked out. The storm's coming. Oh god, I jinxed it. There's going to be a... Well, I am using a laptop. There shouldn't be much of a problem. I won't be able to publish this until... I wouldn't be able to publish the other thing if that happens. That's not good. No blackout. We need the lights on. We need the internet if I want to get stuff posted. Though I guess worst case scenario, we just draw something and hope the power lasts. I mean, the power should last. They're going to frickin' somewhat try to go to sleep early today because there's apparently some meeting. Because thankfully we are getting paid to attend because it technically is our overtime at that point, right? So that's good. Kind of would like to have some more money. I just wish I didn't need to have overtime to, get by in life. But with the way the world's going right now, or at least America specifically, it seems as though that, job I have just apparently ain't enough to get you the money without having to go into an abundance of overtime, which I think is kind of asinine. We shouldn't have to rely on that kind of stuff. Okay, I don't think I need to do that part. We're only seeing this section. This is the only section that really matters that much. Anyways, you know how it is. You know how it be, and you know how it is. It's just a lot. Being an adult kinda sucks. That's why my brain, mentally at least, still kinda stuck being a teenager. Is it healthy? Probably not. But the world ain't healthy. Nothing in this world is healthy. So I'd say, fuck it. Do whatever you want. Go on ahead. Eat that apple pie. Eat that ice cream. Do the things that you want to do. You only get to live once. We don't get to live that long a life. Though you probably won't want to live that long anyways, because apparently being 100 probably sucks very badly. Either way, do the things that you want to do. And be happy. I mean, that's the case, right? For some people, it's just not as simple. Understandable. Some people don't even have the privilege to do that. For that, I am truly, truly sorry. It's quite clear that, the world is just not fair. And I do wish that there was a way we could change it. But the powers that be currently, in every which aspect, doesn't matter where, they don't want that. I don't really understand the motives, because, in the end you might have a crap ton of money, but there ain't no way you're taking that shit to the grave, and if you do, well, guess what? You're probably gonna get your grave robbed in like 100 years, when your name has pretty much been buried and forgotten. And if there's an apocalypse, then yeah, obviously there's going to be a bunch of grave robbers, because at that point, you don't need whatever you have right now anymore. Though what would money be useful for in an apocalypse? I need some goddamn fuel. I heard them rich people, they bury themselves with their money. A lot of paper, a lot of fuel. I can keep myself warm for years. Decades even. And then they rob your grave, make a freaking money fire pit, burn all your money, and then boom, they survive the harsh nuclear winter. And it's an actual winter alongside the nukes, because I'm sure you fools are going to end up killing us all. Y'all's wanted this. It's what you wanted. I'm not going to deny what you want. As long as I get to do my thing, so be it. But you can't complain about this. Y'all's wanting it. Not y'all's, because there are some of y'all's that aren't in that same camp who have been trying to avoid it. But apparently the vast majority wanted it. Why? Who the fuck knows why? I don't know why anyone does anything anymore. Maybe we're just seeing what happens, throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. Neither side is good. Everything is terrible. Why not just enjoy your life? I can't put myself in the minds of the people on either side who are so dead set on wanting to make politics everything in their life. I just can't fathom it. Wait. Didn't I just... I swear, the fucking Control-D button is just not working for some reason. Okay, let me double check to make sure I didn't miss anything, because apparently Control-D just wasn't pressed and I'm too tired to notice it. Everything good? Everything alright? Good. Existential crisis aside, I am currently almost done with this mountain. Kind of. I mean, okay, how much time? 11 minutes. Let me look at this real quick. Okay, so yeah, like, when we're done with this side, which goes all the way over to here, it's going to be like a nice mountainside, kind of just sliding across this section here and going, over here. Probably maybe teetering off, or at least starts to become a little bit more... I don't know how high this is going to be. Okay, either way, mountainside pretty much will end here. But the mountain itself will be done as soon as we get to this side, and then I guess continue a little bit when we get to that side. When we get to there, we get to there. Right now, we don't have a lot of time, and I want to see if I can't get some more stuff done with. It really does feel like we're not making that much progress, though. Even though we're making a considerable amount of progress. It's just that mountains take a long time to build. For the most part, wait, that's the wrong one. This one. Am I gonna? I don't know, probably. Or we just leave that like that. That's good too. 11. Bring it up. There we go. All right, I'll just keep doing the things that need to be done. Don't go too far in. Oh man, I can't wait to make the first level for this. I can technically make it now because I have the bridge leading to it, and get like the navigation set for this zone and have the transfers finally made. That I could do. I could do it, but I think I'll hold off on it just a little bit while longer. I don't know why, but I'm doing that. Okay, hold on. Even though technically it doesn't matter, I'm doing this anyways. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I messed it up. I forgot to put these in. See, there are so many aspects to this that you're going to forget. Just like making a giant drawing. I'm sure I've made many mistakes on the big project. Oops, there's just so many things in that one. It's just so hard to keep track of all the layers and whatnot. Which is funny, you know, just the amount that went into that. It did pretty good, though. Like, for what it's worth, it still did pretty good. Not as good as I would like for a drawing that size to do, but still, it was pretty good. I wasn't really expecting like 100,000 views or 1,000 favorites right off the bat. Like at most, I average about like 10K on those particular types of drawings. The normal ones, it's hard to say because the numbers vary depending on what I'm drawing. Those I don't really know what their averages would be. Like, I imagine it's still a pretty good average, right? If I were to have to guesstimate what the averages for those drawings would be, it would probably be about like 1,000 to 2,000 views. The favorites, on the other hand, usually never go past double digits sometimes. But again, it depends. If it does, it usually never goes too far past the tens. I clearly have an audience because of averages for the mature drawings usually end up being like 100, sometimes 200. It's hard to tell which one's going to do the best. I don't have it down to a science. That's just mainly because I don't really think about it too much. I have one that's basically at like 100,000 views, I think. And almost at 1,000 favorites. Like, I could probably bring that up about now and not show you, but at least tell you. Ooh, we only got like 5 minutes left, but I'm sure it'll be easy to get to, because all I gotta do is just do this, because there's too many drawings of Moon to be able to get to this quickly. Yeah, most views is 122.7K. 122,700. Topped up with 986 favorites. It's close to 1,000 favorites. It's close. It's not there yet, but it's close. And even after we hit like 100,000 not too long ago, it's still getting a lot. It's still getting a lot. Which is great, all things considered. Especially since it's a drawing that involves Moon. And Moon is one of my most favorite of my characters. Of my plethora of characters. My extraordinary amount of characters that doesn't even scratch the surface of how many characters I have, because there's still Heavenly Deadland, and there's still a bunch of side characters here, and Nova Guardians isn't even on here, and there's still a bunch of characters in this girl's universe, and then on, not to mention Laughter Academy. There's just so many creations. I must be the only person on DeviantArt who has the most amount of unique OCs. And when I mean unique, I mean unique. Like in the sense that they're not just recolors, reskins, and whatnot. They're not just the same fucking depiction of Mr. Washy Washy. Somebody's taking that character and making it their own for some unknown reason. God doesn't even know. I don't even think Satan knows. Satan's over there scratching his head alongside God. He doesn't know. None of them knows. None of the gods know. They don't understand. I don't understand, and I'm a god myself in the amount of creations I've made. I've technically earned that at that point. And you know what? I don't think God would blame me. I'm not using my likeness here as a god because I am not in this universe. I am just the mere person. But in other universes, I am technically a god because I created their universe. And you know what? I do declare, I'm pretty certain, that if the god of our universe is probably just like you and me, if that's the kind of headspace that we're working with. It would make sense as to why we were made in his image. I made these characters, technically not in my image, but, I am a person. I am a human. Though then again, I made these... Okay, well, the aliens and the androids and... Wait, is there... I don't know what the other aliens are. Yeah, the alien here, I guess technically humanoids. But the creature... You know what? I'm a god. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can create a monkalisk. A monkey, lizard... whatever the fuck goes with a basilisk combo. Yes, that's right. That's what I can do. But wait, shit, that still has a bit of human in it, and also other creatures we've made. What kind of unique Well, I guess I have made... No, that's still... You get to a point where you don't exactly have any way to make any, unique set of creatures, because everything has eyes, mouth, and a nose. Even a worm has a mouth. They don't have an eye or a nose, some of them, but they do have a mouth, and... There's not... Life is just life. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, right, because I forgot to make the... We're done. We got... Christ. We went through another roller coaster of emotions, and we still have a minute left. Not emotions. I don't know what we went on. But hey, you know what? We got this 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. So that's good. I'm still technically not done with this side, though, because we have... Where are we? We have... Fuck. Here. 1, 2, 3. And then the next zone. Well, that's a minute left, and that's all the time I have for today, folks. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. No, you fool. You fucking fool. Why did you open that? I want you to turn the alarm off. Thank you all for watching today's episode of Game Crafters. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, these episodes of Game Crafters right over here, and the most recent episode of Raft ROTC Edition right over here. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.